But the next thing on our docket here is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Detroit Lions in Detroit, continuing the weekend of the underdog. And Baker Mayfield, I mentioned it before, he's one of those candidates you got to throw in for MVP consideration. Tampa Bay goes in once again, gets a quality victory over what I consider and still have being the favorite to win the NFC North. And I I just think Baker's found his place. I think he's found the right situation. He looks comfortable. He looks confident. Uh, and this was a situation where the real Achilles heel of the Detroit Lions, I truly believe this, and I always talk about organizations from the top down. You have the people in the front office to the coaching staff to the players. I think this was a coaching loss. I think this loss is on Dan Campbell and his OC, who was the hottest name out there and didn't strike while the iron is hot and take a coaching job. And oh, by the way, that's a mistake in the coaching world. I'll just tell you that from a personal perspective on that. You got to strike while the iron's hot because you never know when that iron's going to get hot again. And you have Jared Goff throw that many times, and Jared Goff was not excellent. He had an okay game, but the turnovers killed, and you come away with a loss at Ford Field. And congratulations to the Buccaneers. Uh, I think you're playing a little better than I gave you credit for, and we'll continue to see how much Dan Campbell hurts his own team. But what the code have to say, and what were your thoughts on the game?
So we made the game one actually. This was as close to becoming a play without being a play as we could have had. We would have had the Buccaneers. Um, we liked about 24-23 was our approximate score, also slightly to the under, which also would have hit to me. And you kind of alluded to it a little bit. I thought the Buccaneers actually kind of played a little sloppy, gave up 5 sacks. Um, this came down to the Detroit Lions throwing the ball 55 times. You got to know where your bread is buttered, so to speak. Um, and the Detroit Lions having to throw the ball 55 times is not what how they're going to win football games this year. Jared Goff threw the 2 picks, which didn't necessarily help at all, especially in a close one-score game like that. Amon-Ra St. Brown looked all right, but and you said it before. This completely comes down to the coaching staff. I thought they were out coached. And anytime when you have your quarterback for a run focused team like this throw the ball 55 times, you're going to be in trouble.